today I am doing my Q&A video. I posted on Instagram a couple weeks ago that I was going to be doing a Q&A, and it took me a little while to actually sit down and film it. For some reason I'm really lazy about doing face-to-face videos. I just hate putting makeup on, which is really sad, but I don't like it. Today I'm doing the Q&A. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to try to go through, I didn't get so many questions that I can't hit just about all of them, so I'm going to try to get through them all. And I'm probably not going to mention Instagram handles because a lot of them I just really don't know how to pronounce and I don't want to butcher anyone's name. So some of these I'm probably going to combine. Like the first one that I have is, how do you know what nail polish to buy when you're at the store? And I also had someone ask, how do you get all of your nail polishes? A lot of them I've never heard of. So I don't really buy nail polish in the store that often. If it's a mainstream polish, recently, since about January, I've been getting all of the four main brands, Essie, China Glaze, Zoya, and OPI collections, so that I can review them for you. So usually if I actually go buy something not specifically to review, it's very rare. So what I'll do is, if I see something that I like, I will put a little list on my phone, and once I get like 4 or 5, I'll go somewhere. I'll try to find some place that sells all of them, like a website that will sell them all, and I'll just get them all at once. So I keep a list, and then like once every couple months I'll go through and grab the ones that I want. Like recently I picked up You're Such a Budapest, and then I also got what else did I get? You're So Vanilla or Vanilla from OPI. I picked up Sorry I'm Fizzy Today and Wharf Wharf Wharf. Those 4 were on my list. And I had a couple other ones too, but I couldn't find them, so they're still on my list. And as far as where I get a lot of the polishes that I review, the majority of the polishes that I get to review are sent to me for review. The only ones that aren't at this point are Essie, China Glaze, and OPI. Occasionally I'll do reviews on things that I purchased. Like I have the Color Club Neon Pastel collection that just came out. That's sitting here. I did buy that to review. Usually the polishes, especially indie ones, are sent to me, like Native War Paints. I always get those from the company. What are the other ones? I do get my Zoyas from Zoya now. They emailed me back in like December, and I was so freaking excited about that. Like, that's such a big deal to me. So my Zoyas are for review. Colors to Carol are for review. I'm trying to look at like my little list that I have. Glitter Lambs, Super Chick Lacquer. There are a few brands that I work with consistently, but yeah, I purchase the Essies, the OPIs, and the China Glazes for review. Another question is, what is my favorite color to wear on my nails? I love blues and greens. Just love them. Just about any collection that comes out, if there's a blue or a green, that's the one that I'm going to gravitate towards. It's very rare that a non-blue or green really stands out to me. I don't know why, and it's been like that for years. I used to wear pink. That's all I had was pink nail polish, like before I got really into polish. I had like 100 pink nail polishes. Now I don't really wear pink that often, but I always gravitate towards greens and blues, especially like the lighter pastel kind of greens and blues. I had someone ask, how often do I paint my nails? So the answer to this is kind of sad. I don't paint my nails to wear out very often anymore. I do a lot of live swatches. I actually think I got myself into a rut. I think I just accepted too many, and now I'm to the point where I'm having to upload like every single day. So I'm hoping that once I get over this hump over the next couple weeks, that I really need to be more choosy. And you get excited, you know, when you first start getting emails to review things, you get really, really excited and you just want to like accept everything. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anymore because there's just too much. So once I get over this live swatch like marathon that I'm on, and having my computer break down for a week didn't help either. I got backed up from that. So I don't want to discontinue my face-to-face videos. But anyway, back to the question. I paint my nails a lot. Like if I do, and I do my swatches, my pictures and my live swatches separately. So I'll do all the pictures and then I will go and do the live swatches. So some nights I'll sit down and I'll paint my nails 15 times. By the end of the night, I have to go to bed. I'm an old lady. I have to go to bed at like 9:30 to be able to get up for work the next morning. So by the end of the night, I'm like, I really don't want to paint my nails again. So a lot of times I do end up having bare nails. Lately, I've been trying to get over that, and I've been getting kind of into nail art. I think I've actually had nail art on for the last 3 days in a row, which is insane for me. So I'm trying to get back into that because I still really enjoy polish, and I want it to feel like something I like to do for myself as opposed to seeing it as a business. You know, I do see it as a business as far as my channel goes, but I don't want to lose that like love for it. I'm working on that, and it doesn't like it takes that long to really paint my nails. It's just like once you've done it so many times in a row over the course of 4 hours, you don't want to do it one more time if you don't have to, you know? Someone also asked, can you do nail art tutorials because you only do collections and swatches? Again, I got myself into a hole and I got a little backed up. I don't do a lot of tutorials just because I don't do a lot of nail art, and like this is a rainbow gradient. I plan on doing a tutorial on this. I'll probably film it this weekend, but I also already have a tutorial on a gradient, so it's like, do I really need to do another one? You know, it's different colors and it's vertical, but is it really that different? You know, I struggle with that too. Like, do I need to make a tutorial on every single thing when you can just change up the colors and the direction of a previous tutorial? You know what I mean? And I'm not good. I can't freehand things. I can't draw to save my life. You know, I can really only do like simple nail arts. So when I come up with something that I really like and I think I did it well, then I'll do a tutorial on it, but like I said, those are few and far between. But I do have a list of things that I want to put up for you guys, so I'm trying to like pick out of that list and do a couple, like try to do one every couple weeks, because I don't want to like do them all at once and then have no ideas for months, you know? I also had someone ask what base coat I use. This is the C&D Sticky. This has been my holy grail base coat for over a year now. Absolutely amazing. I've never had a base coat hold my polish like this one. I was a big fan of Orly's Bonder for a while. This blows that one right out of the water. Highly recommend this. I really, really like it. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th bottle of it. The only thing that drives me nuts is when people ask like on Instagram and I tell them they spell sticky wrong like on the bottle, and I think they could trademark it. They put an EY at the end, and I always feel like people are going to think I'm an idiot when I tell them that this is my favorite base coat. Like, they're going to think that I spelled it wrong. But I swear that's how it's spelled on the bottle. Someone asked if my house always smells like nail polish. No, but the room that I'm in pretty much always smells like nail polish, because I have like a bunch of nail polish filled cotton balls in the trash can. My husband will come in the room when I'm swatching and stuff and make fun of me about like how I have any brain cells left because I'm sitting in this little room breathing that in all the time. Someone asked what my favorite brand is or the best quality brand. I really, really like Zoya's. I think Zoya, as far as the mainstream brands, has been top for me for the last couple years. I hardly ever have misses with Zoya, and they wear the longest of any other brand on my nails. I know it's not going to be the same for everybody because everybody has a different like nail chemistry and everyone uses a different top and base coat combination, but for me Zoya lasts the longest. They come out with really, really unique colors, and for the most part, and like I said, I hardly ever have misses in the formulas for them either. Someone asked how I get past being awkward and nervous in front of the camera. I've never been nervous in front of the camera because I am just like alone in my room. As far as awkward goes, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't think I've ever really gotten over that. I always feel like I'm just really like cracking stupid jokes and making everyone uncomfortable, but for some reason people watch them. So I had quite a few people ask me how many bottles of nail polish I own, and honest to God, I don't know. And I'm not even sure that I want to know. I am like majorly outgrowing my storage. I see a huge de-stash in my future. It's just going to be quite the chore to sit down and de-stash. I don't know whether to blog sale or to give it away. I don't want to sell things that were sent to me for review. So I'm not really sure how to go about that. I need to like get a game plan together and just dive in because I have way too much, like way too much. Someone asked what I do for my day job, if it's full-time, and if I would like to be doing YouTube full-time eventually. I don't think I would ever really want to do YouTube full-time just because it's not a very reliable source of income. Because, you know, trends kind of come and go, and I don't want to rely on that to pay my bills. I do work just an office job. I'm a glorified file clerk for a legal department, and that is a full-time job. I work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, so that does take up, it eats up a lot of my time. But now that the summer is coming and we've got a little bit more daylight, it doesn't feel like it's eating up as much of my time, if that makes sense. I would like to be able to do something else. We're kind of looking at starting a business, kind of revamping my dad's old concrete business, and if that goes as well as we're hoping it will, then I will probably be able to stay home and do payroll and books for that full-time instead of having to go and work for someone else. That will leave a lot more time open for YouTube, a lot more time to raise my hypothetical babies. That's kind of my ideal, is to be doing office work from home for our business. So I'm kind of hoping to be there in the next 2 or 3 years. I actually had a teacher in high school tell me that she thinks I have issues with authority, so that's probably why working for myself is my ideal. I don't like having someone else decide what I do. What does your family say when you bring home even more nail polish? It's just me and my husband here, but he makes jokes. He calls our mailbox the nail polish box, and he'll like text me before I get home from work and be like, oh, I got the nail polish out of the nail polish box. He's like, there was some mail in there too, so that was weird. Like, he's pretty funny about it, but he does support the whole YouTube thing, and he understands that it's a little bit extra income for us, so he picks on me for it a lot, but it's all just like for fun. He doesn't actually roll his eyes as hard at it as I picture him doing sometimes. Someone asked if I've ever accidentally purchased the same polish twice. I actually haven't. For some reason, even though as ridiculously large as my collection is, I know whether I have a polish or not. And I think part of that is because I do make videos and I talk about the name and the brand and the collection so much. It's kind of like part of my YouTube job to know, you know, what the brand is, what the name is, what the collection it came from is, and that kind of just sticks with me. So I know which ones I have. It's strange that I haven't done that before, but I know which ones I have. I couldn't like sit right here and list every single polish that I own, but if I pick one up in the store and I see which one it is, I know whether I have it or not. I should have mentioned this with the base coat thing, but I've also was asked what my favorite top coat is. I try a lot of different top coats. I haven't really found a holy grail top coat for me yet. I use the HK Girl fairly often. I still use a lot of the I&M Out the Door. Mainly I use this for top coating pictures, swatch pictures though, because it's like my least expensive one. But like I did these nails just last night and I already have a corner chipped off. So, I mean, I'm not like thrilled with that one as far as wear goes. I do like the HK Girl. I think that's one of my favorites right now. I also really like the one from Super Chick Lacquer, the Liquid Marvel Macro top coat. But I haven't really found one that's just like completely blown me away like I have with my base coat. I got a couple questions about advice for new YouTubers. That is something that I really can't fit into a Q&A. I will have to do like a whole separate video for that, which I do plan on doing, but at the rate that I'm going right now, it could be like a month or so before I get that up. I've had a couple people ask what my favorite nail polish ever is, and I don't think I have one. I have a handful of favorites. I don't have one polish that's an absolute favorite for me. There's a few that I wear all the time, and every time I put them on, they still wow me. Sally Hansen's Pacific Blue, the original one, comes to mind. There was another one, I just put it on the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but I really don't think I have like an absolute favorite. I've had a couple people ask for a water marbling tutorial. I haven't done that yet because I'm not supremely confident with my water marbling skills. The only like real successful water marbles that I can do are with the Pipe Dream Polished A Night in Vegas collection creams, and that's only because those are so easy to water marble with. I'm still working on practicing with other polishes. I'm not that good at it. I can get the polish to spread out in the water. I can drag it a little bit with like a needle before I mess the whole thing up, but I can't, like, I'm not very good at it at all, and I don't want to put a tutorial up until I know what I'm doing and that I'm sure I can answer everyone's questions. So that's probably going to be a very long time coming. I've had a few questions that I already have videos on, like cuticle care, how I store my nail polishes. Those are all, have all been done in the last like maybe 4 or 5 months, so you can find that stuff if you go a little bit back on my channel. I didn't get a ton of personal questions. They were mostly nail polish related, which surprised me and was kind of a good thing. I just got a few things like my favorite movies. Again, I don't really think I have favorite movies. I lean a lot towards like mindless action or like really terrible sci-fi like B movies, but I don't really think I have any particular favorites. I have a couple like franchises that I really like. I really like the Terminator movies. I really like the X-Men movies. Of course, I really like the Star Wars movies. I grew up like very, very close to my older brother, so his kind of taste in movies really rubbed off on me. I had a couple questions about my favorite music. Usually I will get into something and I will stick with it for months and months and months and months and months before I move on to the next thing. I haven't really gotten into too much new music lately. Other than that, the only thing that I play in my car right now to and from work is, and it's kind of embarrassing for me to admit this, because if someone had said what I'm about to say to me like 4 years ago, I would have made fun of them. But I really, really like Maroon 5, and I feel like Adam Levine is a total douchebag, but I really, really like his voice. So yeah, I listen to a lot of Maroon 5, embarrassingly enough. I had a couple questions about how I swatch my polishes and how I take the pictures, and I know I've said this 1,000 times, but there is a video in the works. My biggest problem right now is the room that I'm in is pink, because like a 6-year-old girl lived here before we did, and I want to paint the room, and if I don't get the room painted, nobody judge me on the pink walls, because this is like, the whole house needs to be painted, so this room is kind of like very, very low on the priority list because I really want to be able to get the kitchen, dining room, and living room done first. But I am working on that. I might try to film some of it this weekend. The other thing is when I do that, I'm going to have to film it with my little point and shoot vlog camera so you guys can see this camera and see what I'm doing with it. So I've got a couple hurdles to get over, but I do plan on doing that. It's just a matter of cleaning my desk, which is going to be a chore, and dealing with these pink walls. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? And it would be right freaking here, because my heart and soul is in Michigan. You know, I was raised here, my whole family's here. We're a very, very ridiculously tight family, and I just love it here. I love being able to, you know, be within an hour's drive of my immediate family, and I love having 4 seasons. And I mean, there's not like a lot to see. It's not a particularly like beautiful area. I'm like right dead center in Michigan. But you can also get to a Great Lake within 2 hours in either direction. You know, so I do really, really like where I am right now. A couple people asked if I could like design my own collection, what would it be, or if I've ever thought about designing my own collection. My mom and I, before my videos really like started being all nail polish, had talked about making our own indie polishes, which I would really like to do, but it's just, the market is so flooded right now. I think we could be good at it because I know, you know, what people want to see, and I know what's bad and what's good. But one, you know, the market is totally flooded, and 2, neither one of us really has time to devote to another side project, you know, in addition to jobs and things like that. So maybe someday in the future, I mean, I'm not like counting on it or planning for it, but we have talked about it, and it is something that I would like to do. It's just a matter of having the time and not drowning in the market because there's just so many people making indie polishes right now. Someone asked if I would ever consider making my videos into beauty videos and not just nail polish. Actually, that's what I used to do, and I was really, really bad at it. And then I got into nail polish, and I found out that I like it so much more. I'm better at it, like I know more about it, and I don't know, I like doing polish a lot more than I liked doing beauty videos. And the last question I think I'm going to answer for this one, someone asked what my favorite nail art techniques are. I like easy things. So I really like sponging because it's very, very easy. It's kind of foolproof. It's annoying to clean up, but it's simple. You know, you can make it look good without having to like freehand or draw anything. I'm trying to get into reverse stamping, but it's a little more difficult than I thought to stay within the lines. I've never been able to color inside the lines. I'm trying to get into water marbling, but it's like proving a little bit difficult, as I think it does for everybody. But yeah, I think sponging and gradients are probably my favorite thing to do because there's a lot of different looks you can do with them, especially if you try to like stamp over them. I'm trying to get into stamping as well because I have so much stamping stuff. But I would have to say probably sponge gradients are my favorite thing. And so there it is. That is my Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later.